Can also be law enforcement too. Did a stint with investigations. Being a detective is gay. Doing follow-up interviews regarding a bad burglary, a couple street scholars kicked a guy's door in, beat him, and tossed the house. Neighborhood is fairly nice, but full of pro-BLM and in this house paraphernalia. Finally get to the last house on the block. Alright, but definitely boomer owned for the last 40 years. Massively obese woman answers. Invites me in to answer questions. Several cats present with expected smells. Experienced worse, so whatever. Waltz to the kitchen. Asks if I want something to drink. No ma'am, I'm fine, thank you. Watch her pull a 2-liter of Coke out of the pantry, and then pour it into a coffee mug. Don't think anything of it. Keep asking questions. Puts mug in microwave. Microwaves for a minute and a half. Takes it out and takes a big swig of microwaved Coca-Cola. Well, the kitchen now overwhelmingly smells like heated corn syrup. Quickly finish up and leave. I've seen and experienced some shit, and for whatever reason, that woman drinking microwave Coke sticks with me, even now about 6 years later. Not completely unheard of to heat up soda. Back in the 60s, they tried to make hot Dr. Pepper into a Christmas thing. Didn't catch on though. Randomly told to go help the early separators who are getting out before they completed basic. I myself hadn't even completed basic when I was tasked to do it. Arrive at the place. They have a badass raptor as their logo. Get inside. Ask the guy in charge what he needs me to do. Supposed to take these guys to turn in their clothes. Walk to get them. About 5 to 6 grown men watching SpongeBob in a dark room that smells like shit. By one of the beds, there's a styrofoam plank from Ed, Edd n Eddy made to look like a black man. Pause for a moment as I realize autistic people are probably not meant for the military. Wonder if I was meant for the military. Return to civvy life a year later. I spent a year doing Russian military service. Small radar base in bumfuck nowhere near the Finland border. Group of guys decides to huff gasoline for fun. They entered the truck that electrifies the entire radar system. The radar is on duty. Someone decides to switch some lever off. It powers down the radar. Everyone on base knows something wrong has happened. They flee the scene. They decide that they're about to get caught. They decide to destroy the evidence. Sunday evening, only a single officer is present. Everyone else is relaxing home drinking or some shit. Fire up a fire in a barrel. Start pouring the gasoline in. One of the guys thinks it would be funny and throws some gasoline in some other guy's direction. Gasoline fumes ignite mid-flight. The other guy gets hit by basically burning napalm right in his face. Starts screaming and drops to the ground. Everyone rushes to him and tries to put out the fire. They look at the guy's wounds. It's bad. Lower parts of his face and part of the neck is just a massive 3rd-degree burn. The hand he used to try and cover himself with is fucked and part of the skin is straight up coming off the muscle tissue. Oh shit, .png. No idea what to do. They bring the guy back to the barracks. The poor officer dude thought he would have a nice shift with no incidents. No military personnel on base. The best we had was a girl who has finished a nurse school. Her entire work was Googling the symptoms if any were present or bandaging. Who was not present either. He makes a telephone call to the base commander. Commander is drunk as fuck. Still tries to access the situation. If word of this gets out, the entire base is going to get raided by military police and everyone involved, including the commander and that one officer, would receive prison time. Gotta keep that hush-hush. He brings some civilian clothing, dressed up the injured guy, and brings him to a civilian hospital, paying basically his entire monthly salary for the treatment. As the guy gets his burns treated, regiment commander suddenly visits with an inspection. He does the personnel check, notices that some guy isn't present, demands an explanation. He's, on combat duty, haha. Army base commander gets reprimanded. A month plus later, that one guy returns from the hospital. He has a shitload of bandages. He still has some burn scars, but it's not as bad as everyone thought it would be. His uniform is basically melted near the neck/shoulder area, so he has to buy a new one. The group of guys just continue their duty as if nothing has ever happened. The guy who threw the gasoline gets some shitty treatment from the officers involved, but that's it. Southern Afghan, circa 2009. On patrol. I'm the fucking saw gunner despite being all of 135 pounds because my team leader hates me. Have 4 200-round pouches weighing down on my diaphragm as we walk. Can barely breathe under the scorching sun. It's over 115 degrees Fahrenheit. Naturally, the Taliban ambush us. The LT comes sprinting down the line in a panic, screaming, "We've got to get out of here!" Immediately plop down into the prone position and try to dump some ammo so I can fucking breathe. Team leader smacks my helmet, tells me to cut that shit out. Fine, fucker. Taliban have us in an L-shaped ambush as we patrol along a canal. Break contact into a system of orchards. The Taliban fucking chase us. We're bounding through orchards, jumping over walls. At this point, I have a heat stroke and am delirious. Start to fade out. Remember falling, being helped up, firing, reloading. We're walking along a causeway and I'm half dead. Naturally, we take fire from a tree line about 50 meters away. Look left, look right, everyone is in the prone except me. Green tracers zipping by my torso like fast, angry insects. As I finally realize what's going on and hit the dirt, the CAS comes on station. Kiowas dump missile pods and 50 cal into the tree line. Watch it go up and fire. Awestruck. I've got many more actual combat stories, but I'm too lazy to write them up. I was stationed at Vandenberg and got asked on a PA tour by some old boomer where the tunnel to Area 51 was. I said, what, like in Deus Ex? And he had no idea what I was talking about. Me, helping to load up a tractor trailer. Airman on the forklift is a retard. Airman spotting him onto the trailer is an even bigger retard. Had to run back into the building to take a phone call. Dumb shit spotter gets knocked in the mouth by a forklift tine custodian claws style because the dumb shit driver jerked the controls. Rips out his right cheek and like 5 or 6 teeth. Got my butthole pushed in by safety because I was supposed to be supervising them. But they were both fully qualled and my boss rushed them through training, so I beat the case. Lol. Be me, working as a security guard for a university after I got out. Good school, but is located near the shithole part of town. One of the students is fucking a townie drug dealer. Dealer blows his dick off and lights himself on fire trying to cook meth out of a Gatorade bottle in the dorm parking lot. Girl OD'd a couple months later and threatened to kill herself when I said I'd tell her mom. Tried to hang herself with an extension cord run through an air vent cover, but the bitch was so fat the roof immediately fell in once she kicked the chair out. Got a $400 bill and suspension letter from the school while she was on psych hold, Lamau. Some Pajit exchange student gets shot down by the girl he was crushing on. Pulls out a Leatherman in his next class and uses the flathead screwdriver bit to start stabbing the palms of his hands. By the time I get there, he's got chunks ripped out. Everyone's screaming, but of course nobody tried to intervene. The kid is screaming that he wants to die and can't live with the shame that nobody loves him. I get in trouble because the body cam catches me telling the kid, if you were trying to kill yourself, why didn't you just use the Leatherman knife?